Na David kwa muda mrefu sana. We are very close friends. We have been working together in government, and beyond that we are also strong family friends. And so when he told us about this happening, I think it's good to stand together during this particular time.
This is our country. Hatuwezi kusimama tuangalie nchi ikiharibiwa. We have decided, we have agreed that this country is going to be one, and we are going to claim it from those people who peddle lies. Tumechoka na shisha, tumechoka na vaccines za ng'ombe, tumechoka na uongo, hatufanyi kaongo tena. So what we have decided is, Jango has a party called TNP, the National Party, and that party you are free to join, *509#, and when you join it, this party, I'm also calling Dr. Matiang'i aingie hapo. Nimeongea na yeye sahi. Nimeongea na yeye. Hata sisi Mushero nimeongea na yeye sahi. Tunaingia hapo, na in fact last week nilikuwa Wamonyoro last Thursday. Na tukaongea na Wamonyoro akasema ataya akodani. Tumesema hivi, we just need one presidential candidate. Now this country, by the way, if you remember what Dr. Matiang'i did to this country, then you know what I am talking about. Already in this church we have a president. In this church. Amen. We have a president. In 2027 August 10th, we have a president. And usiniache mbali sana daktari, hata mimi niko hapo karibu nitakupatia chama. So between now and 2027, we are going to make a very incredible opposition. We are not going to agree for our people to go without health care, without school, with the funny housing schemes. We are not agreeing to this. And if people think that they can peddle lies, we are going to counteract those lies, because that we have the passion to do this, and this is what God has called us to do.
Na ninawashukuru nyinyi wote wananchi. Mwishowe, you discover that we are all one people, and the challenges we face and whatever happens to us happens to all of us as one people. Shida zetu ama our challenges do not distinguish between which part of the country you come from, which tribe you belong to, where do you go to church, and so on and so forth. Ama namna gani? Basi tufuate vile tunaelezwa na viongozi wetu hapa wa kanisa, tupendane, tusidi kuombeana na kukaa pamoja. Mheshimiwa Jango, I have heard.
I'm very committed to bring all the leaders together. From Dr. Matiang'i, I was with him today. From Rigiji himself, I was with him last week. I'm going to see Kalonzo Musyoka. I'm going to meet George Natembeya. I'm going to meet everybody who is aligned to this cause, Mother Karwa. Everybody, we want to meet everybody, bring them together, and we want only people. We want all these people in the opposition to do two things. Between now and 2027, we are saying we have a country, and we are not giving up on Kenya. So we are going to have a very formidable opposition, so that the government can start behaving. And when we come to 2027, we are going to have only one presidential candidate, not two, one single one in this whole country, so that we can make sure that this job is going to be nice and clean. And that's my objective. You did a very good thing. You are a very good example. You brought this up, and we are saying to every Kenyan, any small thing that you do, anything you write on the social media, any action that you do against, to bring this government to its senses, we need those bits of actions so that we can bring this country together. We cannot give up on Kenya. Kenya is our country. So JB, what you did yesterday is very, very commendable. And if I were you, I would not wait for them to fire me. I would fire myself today. I would resign today, and we want you to be the next Getugati in Mount Kenya region.
And I said it in another meeting, that after the COVID-19 pandemic, now the new pandemic we are dealing with is the pandemic of lies. Yeah. It's the pandemic of lies. You know, people stand up and they say things that they think make sense. You know, I've been looking at politicians, and fortunately I have the opportunity of having served in cabinet. I know how a budget is drawn, and I know how much money we have in our resources to draw a budget. When a political leader, a national leader tells people, I will put aside 150 billion for market women, I'll put aside 50 billion for boda boda, I'll put aside 100 billion for this. I know how much our budget is and the projected growth of our budget. That time you have not talked about the amount of money that you are taking to counties, you have not talked about transfers for the education sector and so on. Where are you going to get that money to provide that kind of service? You're just lying to those people because you are telling them things they want to hear. And because they won't ask you questions, you just get along with it. I want to ask you as church ministers, I am your son. We have a country to serve. Let us not be victims of some of these lies that you keep hearing around. But things that just don't make sense even to a fool. How will you tell people? Yeah. How will you stand up? I'm asking you. How, Bishop, how will you stand up in public and tell me, who is that? And then you don't even have the courage enough to take a decision and say, okay, because I don't agree with the Attorney General and all these people, me, I'm not going to be party to you. You see, the question, let's be honest. You see, the total annihilation of common sense and betrayal of common sense in the political practice in this country is shocking. Because this is petty, it's empty, there's nothing, it's hollow. People are just loitering around saying things that don't exist. Let them deal with issues. You know, I keep telling people, these elections are like an interview. You leaders have conducted interviews before, haven't you? So when I come before you, you tell me, Fred, good, you want this job? Yes. Where have you been? I tell you, I was headmaster there, I was this. You ask me, what did you do when you were there? How did you handle the students? What did happen? And so on. People are running around here who have held public responsibilities. They are not accounting for what they did when they were holding those public responsibilities. You are the religious leaders. The story of talents in the New Testament. What did you do with the ones I gave you first before you come for more? Now, yeah. Now they are lying. Yeah. Forget about these jokes. Finally, you asked me, so I'm just responding to your question. You asked me. It doesn't work like that. Allow me please to use this phrase. Let's not be pretentious. Let's be honest to each other. And let us not sacrifice common sense on issues like this. Everybody can express themselves. We are in a free society. Sasa tujenge nchi yetu jamani, na tushirikiane.